What's going on, guys? My name is Kevin Barral. Welcome back to the KO podcast. And today we have a special guest, a mentor of mine, longtime friend, Octavio Sequera.
How's it going, man? Good seeing you, man.
Good to
You're
see you
all
too.
grown up, bro. I mean, actually, you're very intimidating now with that voice. I mean, really.
We're going to talk about some different topics today about the MLB, NFL, and the NBA. We're going to start with the MLB first, and we're going to go with some bold predictions here. Give me 5 bold predictions about this season.
Well, it's going to be a shortened season, of course. So definitely my first bold prediction has to do with the actual season. I don't think we're going to see a conventional season. And by conventional, I mean not only the 162 games, but I also think that we might see a season where the champion will be decided from the Cactus League and the Grapefruit League. I'm rooting for that. I've been going through all the proposals, all the systems and everything that they have talking right now. As of today, they're still discussing about formats. And I think that the MLB season will be played in Florida, in Arizona, and it makes the whole sense in the world. I mean, it's perfect sense. It makes perfect sense to play like that. I think from the Cactus League, I think the Dodgers will be coming out of there. And in the Grapefruit League, I had 3 teams: the Braves, the Yankees, and unfortunately the Houston Astros. I think they're playing for something to prove. So yeah, that will be mine. You want all of it right now, or you want to?
I'm going to say my first one right now.
Okay, perfect. Yes, sir.
Maybe a little bit underrated, but I think the Miami Marlins will make the wild card. They have a good team.
I mean, as much as I want to say yes, I think in the wild card, like, let's just play this for 1 second. If they play in the Grapefruit League, and that will count as the season, I might agree with you. But as of now, the Marlins, I mean, second wild card,
They extended the wild card now. There's more teams that could go in the wild card.
Yeah, second one. I mean, so you think they could make a second wild
card?
The
last one, yeah, the second one.
Okay, second wild card. All right, okay, that's bold one. Okay, let's go another one.
Number 2.
I think number 2. So I think for number 2, I would think that Miguel Cabrera is gonna hit more than 40 home runs. I think he's playing for something. He wants to show that he's still a very good hitter. Probably, well, not probably. Surely he will be in the Hall of Fame one day, but definitely he's gonna hit at least 40 home runs.
Okay, my second one is that the season won't be 162 games, of course. So I think the Nationals will make the World Series again.
Nice.
They have a good team. Yes, they lost Anthony Rendon.
Yep.
But they still have a good team, and I think they can make it all the way there again.
Okay, it makes sense.
If things go right for them, of course.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That's good. Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, number 3.
Number 3. Okay, number 3. Finally, Walker Buehler will win the Cy Young in the National League. I think it's about time. This guy is a great right-handed pitcher. I mean, just look at the way he performs. He's very dominating. I mean, he's dominating the league ever since he got started. It's not easy to be in the shadow of Clayton Kershaw, but I mean, come on. The guy is a pure talent, and I think he will win the Cy Young Award.
All right, my number 3 is that we will have a National League Championship Series of the Yankees versus the Dodgers. Oh, no, my bad.
That's fine. So you think that the World Series will be played Yankees and Dodgers?
Yeah, we can say that, yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah.
They've been stopped by too many teams already.
Yeah, that's true, man. Well, this
might be the year.
The cheating
Astros, and now the Boston Red Sox, too. So.
What do you think? What do you make of? Do you see the sanctions? It was nothing.
It was nothing, yeah. I thought it was going to be a lot stronger. Manfred's been really nice to them.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good way to put it. Thank God we're on YouTube and we can say it. So number 4, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to give you my number 4. My number 4 is the Miami Marlins actually will have not just 1, but 3 players in the All-Star game. I think you mentioned the talent. You know what? I think they have the talent to make some noise this year, and definitely in the years to come, they will win that division. I think it's about time. I mean, maybe I know everybody's destroying and smashing Derek Jeter, but come on. I know that we cannot ask for patience in Miami because they've been waiting for a long time now.
Yes.
But yes, but I think this could be a year where the individual talent could emerge from Miami, and definitely All-Star game will be the great platform for that. Perfect. My number 5, comeback player of the year. I would love to say Dustin Pedroia, but I think he's just gonna retire. He's just gonna retire. So in that sense, I will say that Miguel Cabrera could qualify for that same award,
I
and
was
that
thinking
will
of
be
him
my
too.
name. Yeah, that will be my name. That will be my name. And yes, I have 2 predictions with Miguel Cabrera. As you can tell, I'm rooting for him. I think he's one of the best pure hitters of all time. Yeah, I saw in Twitter that you disagree with me when I picked Albert Pujols over
Yeah.
Cabrera, which I mean, there are no losers. I mean, whoever you picked is still a winner. And I'm rooting for him. Definitely rooting for Miguel Cabrera. I want to see him with Venezuela in the World Baseball Classic, and definitely want to see him having a great season with Detroit.
All right, my number 4 is going to be something of what you said with the comeback player of the year. I'm going to say it's going to be Giancarlo Stanton. He's needed it for a while. He needs a big season.
Yeah, he needs it.
His time in the Yankees could be over at any minute if he doesn't come back with something big.
True.
And my number 5 is that my number 5 will be that the Tampa Bay Rays, they'll go all the way to the American League Championship game.
Series.
They're
Okay.
a good team.
Well, last year they were 1 game away.
Yeah.
I mean, and it was against the Astros and Garrett Cole. I mean, that was great. They won the 2 games in Tampa, and they lost in Game 5 in Houston. So definitely is a very well-based prediction on top of that. So yes, yeah, that's a good one.
Okay, next segment will be surprise teams that we could see this season in the MLB.
Okay, so first one, I would love to say the Marlins, like I said, but I'm gonna give them another year, just because I think they still need to grow as a team, and they have to play together. I mean,
Yeah.
if you think about the Marlins, when was the last time when they had a team that really played together for a long time? I mean, I cannot think of one.
Me neither.
Yeah,
Me neither.
that's the thing. So they have to create that culture. They have to create that in Miami. So my surprising team will be the Cleveland Indians, because everybody's saying that the Minnesota Twins are going to win. They're going to actually gallop in the Central Division. I know the Central Division of the American League is probably the weakest division of all.
Yeah.
But I think the Cleveland Indians can make some noise there. They still have a couple good pitchers. Clevinger will be back. Carlos Carrasco will be back. It's true they lost Corey Kluber, but they still have the talent enough to actually make some noise in that division. So I think that will be the surprising team there.
One of my surprising teams is going to be the Washington Nationals.
Why surprise? They're the defending champions.
That's the thing. They lost Anthony Rendon, and now they're saying they're not going to be as good. So they have to prove that they could still be good without Anthony Rendon, like they did when they lost Bryce Harper.
Oh yeah, they found this guy named Juan Soto. So
yeah,
who will be the next Anthony Rendon? Well, it's everybody's guess. But yes, it's good. You know what? Actually, that's a good prediction. Actually, that's a good not prediction, a fact. Because since 1998, from 1998 to 2000, no team has won the World Series in consecutive years. So yes, that's actually a good point.
And now we're gonna go with World Series predictions.
Okay,
like
you
which
said
2 teams we could see.
Well, you already said the Yankees and Dodgers, right?
Yes.
Believe me, I'm a Yankee fan. I would love to say the Yankees, but for some reason, I don't think they're going to even win. They're going to come out of the American League.
Injuries,
I would love
maybe?
to see the Yankees. So, my prediction will be in the National League, you're going to hate me for this, but I think it will be the Cardinals. I think everybody's sleeping in the Cardinals.
They're 1 game away from it, too.
Exactly. So, that's the thing. Not only that, if you think about the National League, no team has won more championships than the Cardinals, because they have 11. So, I mean, in the National League, of course, the Yankees they have 27, blah, blah, blah. But in the National League, they're still a dominant force. And if they can find a way to play together good, they're going to come out of the National League. So, I think it will be Cardinals. And this hurts me, but I think the Houston Astros are going to make it.
Aren't they banned from the playoffs?
No, they aren't.
I thought they were.
No, they should. They should. But you know what? That team has a lot of talent. That team has a lot of talent. The thing is that they will always be known as the cheaters. To me, they're cheaters. To everybody, they're cheaters. But that's the reason why I think playing with this enemy tag, like everybody's going to hate them,
Yeah.
maybe, just maybe, they will find, I don't know, the inspiration there. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, now we're going to move on to the NFL.
There we
First
go.
question is, what can we expect from the 2020 NFL draft?
Well, the NFL draft, I will expect Miami making a lot of noise.
Yeah.
And honestly, I know that you're not going to like this one, but don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if the Patriots ended up having Tua.
Oh, no, I'm expecting at some point.
Really? Well, I don't know if you can expect that, but I will say just don't be surprised. I mean, Bill Belichick is going to play his magic. You know what I don't like about this, Kevin? It's the fact that Burrows, I mean, he's already acting like a Tom Brady. He's already acting like a superstar. I know he's great. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a prodigy. The kid is a prodigy. It's a once in a lifetime, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah.
But he's acting like, I mean, way over his head. Like, I don't know.
He hasn't even taken a snap in the NFL.
That's the thing. That's the thing. I mean, we saw James Winston. We saw what's the guy who went for from Oregon? Oh my God, Mariota. Marcus Mariota. We saw them losing their jobs in the NFL.
Yeah, they're busts. You could say that they're busts.
Exactly. And not only that, I mean, they won the Heisman Trophy, so it's not guaranteed. What happened to Tim Tebow? What happened to you remember? Well, probably you were too young, but you remember there was this quarterback from the Alabama, the Crimson Tide. What was his name? My God. He ended up being a reserve quarterback in the NFL because that's the thing. Not even winning the Heisman Trophy will get you that. What about Johnny Manziel? I mean,
yeah.
many players. So honestly, I'm not too much of a fan of a draft. However, I would expect Miami to make a lot of noise, especially because of the trades. They could still pull some cards under the wing, and maybe, just maybe, they will get a good piece there.
What I'm expecting is a lot of moves, and maybe this draft will be even longer than usual since it's going to be all virtually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And yeah.
Well, Kevin, but let me ask you something. I know that we're running around the clock, but let me ask you something.
Yeah.
As a Miami fan, what would the Dolphins have to do to convince you and start believing in the team if you're not a believer?
Oh, we have to start getting wins. That's first of all.
And okay, but that's not going to come out. Yeah, but that's not
have a clear franchise quarterback.
Oh, there are you talking about? That's what you have. That's what you have.
Because they brought in Josh Rosen. He didn't play many games last year.
Yeah.
And now they're talking about bringing another quarterback. And just a couple hours ago, they broke news that they're trying to move up to number 3 for an offensive tackle. So we don't know if they're going to get a quarterback or not at this point.
That's true. Okay. Moving on, man. That's good.
What teams should make a trade in this year's draft? We've already talked about one.
Yeah, Miami, Cleveland. Yeah. They have to find home way. I mean, the Browns, they need to make some trades. The Jets,
100%.
The Jets. I mean, with Tom Brady leaving the AFC,
it's wide open.
Exactly. And but you got to move. Like Buffalo was moving, Miami's moving. I think
the Jets are just behind.
Yes, really, really, really behind. So yeah, I will say so. The Jets, the Browns, especially for tackles, any way you want to put it, like secondary, primary, whatever you want to put it, the tackles are
one that I put in my mock draft for the Browns, I think, was Andrew Thomas. That's going to be a good. They need a tackle.
Well, yeah, it's true. But I mean, like, was there any specific?
And at the point in the draft, the Giants need a tackle. The Jets might want to move up for a tackle. Now the Dolphins want to move up for a tackle. Yeah, maybe you just lay low and you take a tackle like Andrew Thomas, which would be absolutely great.
Which would be absolutely great, and especially in the division where I don't think we're going to see, and I mean, and I talk as we, because as you know, I work for the Cleveland Browns. I don't think we're going to see Big Ben playing too many games this season. I think the Ravens will always, well, not always, but again, will be the team to beat in that division.
Yeah.
But yeah, tackles. I mean, you need tackles to take. I mean, try to like make some opposition to the Ravens, especially with Lamar Jackson pretty much running everywhere.
Yeah. And now, who's going to go first in the NFL draft? Tua or Justin Herbert? Because that's been the speculation as of late. Who's going to go first?
I want to say Tua, but I still think that scouts and technical staff, they're still very conservative in some point, like meaning that I'm not convinced that they're going just to ignore the physical problems of Tua, and that's why I don't think he's not gonna go first. I want to say, I mean, based on quality, it's Tua. No, I mean, like,
Yeah,
no brainer.
100%.
But yeah, the injuries might hurt him.
I'm gonna have Justin Herbert first, just because of the injuries.
Yeah.
Now, if you said Tua never got hurt, he'd probably be the #1 overall pick.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. But since he got injured, now there's speculation, and because of what we're going through right now, no one could touch him. No doctors could get his hands on him, make a physical, check his injury. So yeah, I could see Tua going first.
Yeah.
I mean, second after
No,
Herbert.
but you're right. You're right.
Yeah. Now we're gonna move on to the NBA.
Oh, okay.
What are your thoughts on The Last Dance?
Well, I'm glad that people actually is giving recognition and value, the right amount of value to Scottie Pippen. That was my first take. Think about this, Kevin. Everybody knows about Michael Jordan, even people who didn't see him playing. Okay, so everybody knows about Michael Jordan. Everybody knows about the 6 championships, and that's fine. That's great. The greatest of all time, according to many. Not to me, though. I still think that he has the greatest legacy of all time. If you want to put it that way, he changed the game, but he cannot play the 5 positions in the
like
same
LeBron,
way
yes.
like LeBron can play. I mean, you put Michael Jordan as a center? No way.
No, not at all.
You could put LeBron, but you could put LeBron as a center.
Yeah.
Even as a point guard, LeBron is like, well, he's leading the league in assists, for crying out loud. But that's not the case. From The Last Dance, what I really, really like is Scottie Pippen. And this is what I was going to. So you have Michael Jordan, you have MJ winning all the championships, but guess what? He never won championships without Scottie
Pippen.
And every time he tried, and by every time he had 3 years to try, the Celtics won the championship, the Pistons won the championship, the Lakers won championships, and he couldn't. He just couldn't do it without Scottie Pippen. And hey, let's not sleep on the fact that Dennis Rodman, another Hall of Famer, was part of that team. So I'm really glad that everybody can see that now. The young generation can see that now, because it will teach them the concept of a team. You know what they say about LeBron, Kevin? They said, you know what? That he went to the finals 8 straight years, and he lost 5 of them. And I was really like, okay, so are you telling me now that basketball is an individual sport? Are you telling me that now that basketball is just one guy against 5?
Not everyone gets to make it there. Not
everybody, but also when you make it there, you have to have a good team. Look what happened to the Warriors last year. They didn't have KD. They didn't have Klay Thompson. And what happened? They lost. But they lost with an inferior team, because Toronto, they didn't have the arsenal to keep to beat the Warriors. If the Warriors were a complete team back then, they couldn't. They just couldn't. So I'm really, really happy about it. I think from the production standpoint and editing standpoint and all the visual and the narrative, it's fantastic. I will recommend, and I can't wait for the next 2 episodes.
One of my takes was Scottie Pippen. And just going behind the scenes of what happens in an NBA locker room and throughout a whole season. And one thing that I didn't like was what Jay Krause did, saying, you go 82-0, and this is still your last season.
Oh, to Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson, yes.
Yeah, okay.
And the way he treated Scottie Pippen, trying to trade him.
Yeah.
And
that's true. Okay, makes sense.
We're going to go to our second segment. Your playoff predictions for this season.
Well,
the first team is the Lakers and the Grizzlies.
Yeah. Okay. So do you want me to go by conference?
Yeah, we're going to start with the West.
Okay, we're starting with the West. Yeah. So Lakers and Grizzlies, the Lakers will sweep. That's it. No brainer.
Utah and Oklahoma.
OKC, they're having a great season, but Rudy Gobert and, well, even though they don't like each other, apparently because of this COVID-19, they don't like each other. I'm talking about Spider Mitchell and Rudy Gobert. But they can play together. And OKC, I don't think they're going to represent too much of a problem for them. So, yes, Utah.
Okay, Denver and Houston.
Denver. I mean, I think Houston is a time bomb. and they're going to implode. Not explode, implode during the postseason.
Yeah. Then we got the Clippers in Dallas.
Clippers by far.
Yeah.
Also, but I'm sorry, I want to take it back. Not by far. I think that series could go 7 games. Honestly.
Yeah. Both teams are really good.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna go to the East with the Bucks and the Magic.
First round would be easy for the Bucks.
Yeah. I think it's a sweep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then we have the Heat and the Pacers.
Not Heat.
The Heat,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then we got Boston and Philly.
I want to say Philly, but Boston is playing better, and they're actually good in the playoff. These type of players, actually, they're keeping the same core with Tatum and Taylor and Brown. So those kids are still playing together. So, yes, Boston.
Yes. Then we have the Raptors and the Nets.
Let's just give the Raptors respect for being the defending champs. So, yes, yeah.
And then we're going to go to round 2 with Los Angeles and Utah.
Lakers and Utah, they're Lakers still. 6 games.
Yeah, I'd give it 6.
Mm-hmm.
Denver and the Clippers.
Clippers, 7.
7, yeah. This one could go deep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Then we have the Bucks and the Heat.
That's the thing.
That's one of the more controversial ones.
But that should have been the final in the East.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
The
Heat have beat them all times this season.
That's thing. And we saw what happened to Giannis.
Yeah, how they stopped the defense that stopped him.
Spoelstra is like a magician when it comes to defense. You know what? Maybe I'm gonna play here on my roots, South Florida roots. So I'm gonna go with the Heat. 7 games though.
I have it 7 games as well.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna go Boston and Toronto.
Boston in 7 also.
Okay. Los Angeles and the other Los Angeles team, the Clippers.
I have, like I said, I mean, LeBron's my favorite player of all time. I want to pick with my heart, but I'm going to pick with my brain here. I think the Clippers will be.
They have the better team in overall. The bench is way too deep.
That's the thing. And they have a better coach.
Miami and Boston.
This is the thing. This is where I think the Heat will be out of the playoffs. Because I think Boston is playing for something. They have a great coach, Brad Stevens.
Yeah, Brad Stevens.
Brad Stevens is a great coach. I'm not saying he's better than Spoelstra, but I think the fact that this player from the Miami Heat, like Derek Young, the new kids on the block, they're snipers. I mean, they're snipers.
Yeah.
They can shoot.
They can shoot it.
But they need one pivotal series for the years to come. And I think this will be against the Celtics. I have the Celtics this year. Again, I'm going to play with my heart here. I want to say Miami, but I'm going to pick the Celtics in 7 games, of course.
7, okay. Now we're going to go to the finals with the Clippers and the Boston Celtics.
Are you ready for this? I have the Boston Celtics.
Oh.
I have the Boston Celtics.
I would have said the Clippers.
Yes. And you know what? I know maybe everybody will tell me I'm crazy. Yes, you know what? You can send me an email. You can actually follow me on Twitter and just say whatever you want to say. But I believe in team gaming. I mean, I believe in team experience. I believe in coaching. I believe in talent, yes. But if they stop Kawhi, and of course the bench is really deep, guess what? Boston's bench is really deep too. And nobody's giving them credit. They play without anything. I mean, they don't have anything to lose, honestly.
They don't.
They will be the underdogs in that series. And you know what? That could be an inspiration for them. So maybe, just maybe, the Celtics will shock the world in the playoffs.
Okay, our last topic will be, what is the best route for the NBA to going on with this, what we're going through, the COVID-19?
Well, I will say 2 weeks of the regular season. Definitely 2 weeks, because I think if you go straight to the playoffs, players will not be at the top of their shapes. And maybe they need to just get games to get ready there. How many teams are already qualified to the playoffs? Milwaukee and the Lakers?
We have Milwaukee, Toronto, Boston.
Okay.
And
so
the Lakers.
4.
Yeah, and on the West, I think it's the Lakers, the Clippers, and Denver.
Okay.
It's pretty much, the East is pretty much set already. It's just the West. Because you have the Pelicans down there and the Blazers trying to get up to the 8th seed.
Oh, I got another one. Do you think, well, actually, let me finish that one first. I think that 2 weeks, 2 weeks to finish up the regular season and then go straight to playoffs. I don't want to see them like a month, although I would love to see summer. I mean, like a championship in summer, like in late August.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Fantastic. That'd be amazing. And then you have the NHL, and then you have the NFL coming up, and then the World Series could be in December. Come on, it would be a paradise. But I want to, since you mentioned that, you mentioned the Pelicans. Do you think Zion still has a chance to win the Rookie of the Year over Ja Morant?
I don't really think so at this point. He came in at a late point in the season, and Ja Morant's just shown that he could take this team to the playoffs. Look, they're in the playoffs right now.
Yeah, sure.
So
yeah.
If Zion does take him to the playoffs, maybe Zion has a chance. But as of right now, I think Ja Morant's the Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, Ja Morant is proven that he's not. I don't want to say he's a better player, but he's a great player. And yes, like you said, I mean, Memphis without him, I mean,
Mike Conley was here last year, and he couldn't take him to the playoffs.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Well, let's see what happens in Utah with Conley now. I don't know, man. How big is the contract? More than 100 and something. 120.
Conley's?
Yeah, Mike Conley. Yeah, more than $120 million. I mean, like I said, he's been very underappreciated, and yes, people don't think Mike Conley is a good player. I think he is.
He's a good player.
Let's see, man. Let's see. He's a point guard, bro. You have to control the offense.
Something LeBron said, he said he needs at least 2 weeks and at least 10 games if he's going to the playoffs to warm up.
Yeah.
So that proves a lot. That
Yeah.
shows that maybe the NBA can't go straight to the playoffs.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, from my experience and working for the NHL as well, I've been talking with a lot of people in the league. I don't have I don't work for the NBA. I stopped working for the NBA when I was covering the Miami Heat back in 2014.
Yeah.
But working in the NFL, MLS, Major League Soccer, I've been in contact with many of the leagues and getting emails back and forth. I can tell you this: they are not contemplating the idea of shortening the season. Like they don't want to go to that scenario where the season can be shorter than expect. I mean, like they don't want to like be radical when it comes to shorten the season, because this is the thing. They know that it's about the next one and the next one, the draft, the off season. There's too many things involved.
Yeah.
So they want to take time. If the next season will be affected by this, so be it. They're actually thinking about saving this season, probably adapt into the schedule and the calendar, but it's not something that they are considering to be radical with.
Okay, so we're going to end it here. Thank you for being on the channel, Octavio.
No, thank you, my man.
I'll leave your links in the description. And like and subscribe, everybody. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.
Love your room, bro. Take care.
Thank you.